Hold me up in the palm of your hand. Lying to you is a river of sin. Your metaphors, your silent thoughts, your feelings are too real. Let them spew it, fall from grace will do us good today.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your old friend here, Larry, and I'm trying this out. This is episode 0, and you're probably wondering, why am I listening? I don't know why you're probably listening, because you're a relative of mine, or you may owe me money. I'm doing this actually, shout out, and I'm making no money off of this, of course. Spreaker, Spreaker.com, Spreaker. I've been searching around for a possible podcast recorder. I'm doing this on my actual computer. Started on the iPhone, downloaded an app. It also has an iPad app, and those will probably require some more detail. So, I'm kind of looking at everything here. I'm checking it all out. This is all new to me, and we'll see how all this pretty much goes. Right now, it's just going to be kind of just shooting from the cuff, if you will. Going to be spitballing here, trying some stuff out. Maybe talk a little bit of movies, talk a little bit of wrestling. Maybe try and do some current event things. No, that last one's not happening. I'm not doing any current event stuff. But nevertheless, we're going to see how this all runs up and runs out, and I have no sponsors, so there's going to be no commercial breaks, and I don't know how long this is going to be, but we'll give it a shot. But I do appreciate you tuning in right now, listening. I don't know what I'm going to make of this. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but hey, look, we'll see what happens. So, other than that, right now, movies, I guess we'll jump on topic with that. I've been actually saw a couple movies within the last week. I saw Man of Steel and World War Z. Now, I'm not going to give anything away. I'm not going to mention anything. No, don't worry. Spoiler alert. There will be no spoilers here. That's at least a 3-week window. If you haven't seen a movie like in 3 weeks, then, hands are off the table. Anything and everything is good, fair game. Man of Steel, actually better than I thought it was going to be in my mind, in my view. I was kind of walking into it expecting different-hearted Superman, maybe not as we remember him. But I will say this much, he is Superman. So, not going to complain too much about that. Man of Steel. The ending, though, maybe in a couple weeks here, we can talk about the ending. That I'll touch on when I get a chance. But, if I have any complaint, and even that's not even a complaint anymore, but that's enough said about that. Also saw World War Z, zombie flick with, the man who has about 27 kids, Brad Pitt. So that wasn't too bad either. That goes from 0 to 60 real fast, slows down a little bit, pulls back, but still, it's a thrill ride all the way through. In fact, kind of comparing what happened this weekend's box office. Over the weekend, today is June 26th, so we're talking the weekend of June 21st through the 23rd, 2013. Needless to say, Monsters University actually opened up at number one, $82 million. Kids movie, a family movie, which taking nothing away from Monsters University. Actually looks very fun. I'm dying to see it. Monsters Inc. was fantastic. I expect nothing less from Monsters U. So, but you bring a family, it's automatic with the parents, you bring in a bunch of kids, so right off the bat, the numbers, if you will, fairly inflated. But nevertheless, Monsters University deserving of the number one spot at $82 million. As far after that, World War Z opened at number 2 with $66 million, which is impressive. The highest opening for a zombie movie. And I'm sure this is probably one of Brad Pitt's top openers as well. So, because I'm sure he's pretty excited about that. But World War Z, $66 million, not too shabby. Coming in number 3 is Man of Steel. Now, this week made $41.2 million. Overall, made $210 million in the bank. So, Man of Steel's doing good. It's not, actually by now, I would have thought it would have made more money. Man of Steel. It's actually trailing behind Fast and Furious 6, which I saw Fast and Furious 6. That happened to be number 6 this past weekend. Fast 6 was very good. Fast 6 has made almost $229 million as of this weekend, and I would have thought Man of Steel would have easily blown that out of the water. Star Trek Into Darkness, at this point, it made $216 million, almost $217 million. So, again, though, I would have thought... Star Trek Into Darkness was fantastic. I would have thought Man of Steel again would have done better than that, but it's not even coming anywhere near Iron Man 3, which as of this weekend has made a total $403 million at the box office. And say what you want about Iron Man 3, I'm going on record. It is the greatest and the worst comic book movie that has been put out at the exact same time. The greatest and the worst. Trust me. This whole bit with the Mandarin and everything, I've read a couple of articles about it. I don't get it. I'm not going to get it. I don't understand it, but I'm not the one who made the movie. And apparently $403 million later, it's doing something right. So, whatevs to that. But I recommend Man of Steel. I recommend World War Z, so definitely go out and see them. Maybe we'll talk about those a little bit more in detail as time goes on. And, while we're in the movie news, I don't know if anyone's seen. If you haven't, look it up. One of the better websites, I feel, for movie entertainment news, JoBlo.com, JOBLO.com. I love it. It's got a fantastic news section, fantastic movie hottie section, but that's, if you're into that thing, which I am. So, but the news information is very up-to-date, very accurate. But either from this site or the iTunes, not iTunes, the trailer app on the iPhone or on the iPad, the Lego Movie. I'm telling you, just watch it. You will fall in love all over again with these bricks. The way, it's clearly computer animation, but it makes it look like they were it makes it look like they were using the actual Legos. And they're using all the franchise. You're getting the Justice League movie in the Lego Movie. I'm telling you right now. You're getting a new Ninja Turtles movie before Michael Bay ruins it. And, this Lego Movie, that's on my radar for, I think it's next year. I don't have it in front of me right now. I think it opens up next year, so definitely looking forward to that. And my immediate list of movies to see, though, hopefully will be This Is the End, and hopefully get to that pretty soon. So, as far as movies, definitely chime in and let me know what you think. You can always hit me up on Twitter at More365, MOHR365. Feel free, just hashtag why am I listening, the letter Y am I listening, and, we'll get a little bit of feedback maybe for the next show, the official first show. All right, so giving you a heads up right now, we're going to switch gears a little bit now to wrestling, WWE coming up. So Money in the Bank pay-per-view. If Money in the Bank is anything like Payback was, and I missed Payback, Money in the Bank is going to be phenomenal. First of all, the return of Rob Van Dam, former WWE champion, former ECW champion, the longest reigning, actually, not only the longest reigning television champion, but by that, ECW television champion, but by that, the longest reigning champion probably in the modern era. He held the title for over 2 years. So, Rob Van Dam making his big WWE return. He's been in TNA. He's a former TNA world champion, former X Division champion most recently. So, it's going to be good to see RVD back in the 20 by 20 ring, especially in the match that one of the matches that put him on the map, later on, at least in his WWE career, Money in the Bank. He will be in the WWE Money in the Bank match, which apparently they're deeming as Money in the Bank All-Stars match. There's going to be 7 competitors, which I still find as an odd number, and but we'll see how that goes. I still think either someone's going to come in or one of these guys is going to leave. But currently in the Money in the Bank match, as far as I know, for the WWE Championship, it will be Kane, who is a former Money in the Bank winner, former WWE Champion, and World Heavyweight Champion. Randy Orton, former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion, has been in Money in the Bank before, has not one of the 2 competitors in this match who has not won Money in the Bank. One of 3 who has not won Money in the Bank. Of course, I said Rob Van Dam, one of 2 men to actually tell in advance that he's going to be cashing in the Money in the Bank. Took on John Cena at One Night Stand 2006. Probably, and not only was the match itself good, but the atmosphere was off the page in the Hammerstein Ballroom on that faithful night back in 2006. So Rob Van Dam will be in. Daniel Bryan, Money in the Bank winner, former World Heavyweight Champion. Christian, finally, nice to see Christian back in the WWE. He's been out for, they've been saying almost a year. I think it's been more than a year, it feels like. Christian, no stranger in Money in the Bank. He will be in that match. Sheamus, former 2-time WWE Champion, the first Irish-born WWE Champion, and former World Heavyweight Champion. He'll be in it. And, of course, Mr. 434, and the only 2-time Money in the Bank winner, CM Punk, will also be in Money in the Bank All-Star. So that will be the ladder match. I'm assuming there will be a SmackDown or a World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match that will most likely be announced this Friday on SmackDown on Sci-Fi. Otherwise, we have some matches here. Chris Jericho versus Ryback has been signed for Money in the Bank. Ryback, he's a Goldberg. He's a Goldberg. I'm not going to say rip-off or wannabe, but he's just too much like Goldberg. Just without the charisma, I guess, that Goldberg had, and I am not a Goldberg fan. But I am a Chris Jericho fan, and Jericho definitely will go one-on-one with this man-beast come Money in the Bank 2013. Chris Jericho, big Jerichoholic. I put him right up there with Hulk Hogan. He may almost beat out Hulk Hogan as my favorite wrestler of all time. But that match, I actually am looking forward to. See how Jericho handles the likes of Ryback. The World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line at Money in the Bank when Alberto Del Rio, in this whole match, it's Del Rio versus Ziggler. Del Rio will defend the title. He won the World Heavyweight Championship from Ziggler at Payback last month. And this match, all of a sudden, in that one match, apparently there was a double turn. Del Rio went from face to heel, and as much as Ziggler people have been cheering for him, he wasn't necessarily a face, but it looks like now Ziggler has turned face, which is going to be interesting because with AJ as a heel and the Divas champion, Big E Langston in the corner, he's a heel. It's going to be interesting that if they can work with that. Maybe actually keep Ziggler with AJ and with Biggie Langston. Who knows? Maybe work them up there. But this match, it should be interesting. Ziggler versus Del Rio. I'm probably going to give it. Actually, I'm going to give that one to Ziggler. I think Ziggler can win back the World Heavyweight Championship from Alberto Del Rio. And actually, a big match I'm looking forward to. Mark Henry versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Mark Henry, not this past weekend, it was the June 17th episode of Raw when Mark Henry came out, gave his retirement speech. He's had a tremendous career, almost 20 years in the WWE. Former World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Henry is. Former ECW Champion, Mark Henry is. And he's definitely deserving of a shot at the WWE Championship. As far as my recollection, as far as my knowledge and memory, he's never actually had a shot at the WWE title on pay-per-view. So he came out, had his retirement speech, and then just completely turned on John Cena. It was a whole ruse. I bought into it hook, line, and sinker, which means I loved it. If I buy into it like that, gold on my part. You did your job, Mark Henry. And John Cena, though, I mean, he just won the title at WrestleMania. They were building up this whole thing, how 2012 was not good for Cena. Cena finally getting over on The Rock, finally winning the WWE Championship again. He won it on April 7th. I don't see him dropping it July 13th. So, I don't know. We're going to have to... Excuse me, July 14th. As much as I want Mark Henry to win the WWE Championship, I think it's going to be John Cena walking out still the WWE Champion. So, well, that's Money in the Bank. That pay-per-view, definitely I'll be shelling down my hard-earned money to watch that pay-per-view. That one should be good. And other than that, though, I'm not going to try and bore you guys. Probably already have, but I know that, this is a work in progress, trust me. And if you stuck around this long, kudos. And I appreciate it. I truly do. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try and incorporate some other people, some friends, family, on the road. And I'm going to try and get this taken off. I'm just riffing all this off the top of my head. I have nothing prepared. But again, I do appreciate you listening. Spreaker.com. Thank you for allowing me to try this out. I'm sure no one from the company is listening, but nevertheless, you're allowing me to broadcast this, and I believe even store it somehow online. But we'll see what happens. So thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your evening, and ladies and gentlemen, until next time. Thank you all.